Good morning. This is Caulfield Cup 2019. I'm Garry Robinson for www.horseracinaustralia.info, and I've just put the markets up for the Caulfield Cup. It's race 9, 5:15 on Saturday. I'm going to have a look at how I planned this out and what my thinking is. I'll remind you that 2 years ago we selected Boom Time to win the Cup. He consequently won at $51. Last year our preferred option was Homesman, who unfortunately was placed but didn't win. Okay, the first thing I have is a question, and this is number 22, Prince of Arran. The interesting thing about Prince of Arran is fourth emergency, yet is still in the market at $17. I can't see any way that is going to get a start, but I've done it for the purpose of supplying a rating, and I'll show you how I changed the rating in a minute. Okie doke, number 16, The Chosen One. What a great win last Saturday. The Chosen One won in 1:47.52. That is an absolutely amazing time, even though it's a Group 2, and he's backing up after 7 days. It's a great training performance to get the horse ready for that. And backing up after 7 days, if he can do it, he deserves to get up there. Okay, anyway, let's move on now. And our next runner is Mer de Glace. This is the Japanese runner. If we have a look at it, it hasn't had a run since the 4th of August. However, if you look at its performances, it's trained to be fit on a first up after a let up. So 48 days, got up and won by 2 lengths. After another 65 days, won. After another 33 days was a winner, and then finally after 64 days was another winner. So the pattern is repeating itself now. Our ratings are based on a minimum of 10 points, and to get up to a rating of 51 on a base of 10 points is absolutely amazing. And the reason is, if you have a look at these 2,000 metre races, the times are absolutely astronomical, and these Japanese times have proved to be certainly transferable to Australia in recent years with the performances of their horses. He's won up to 2,200 metres here. As far as you know, he's never run over 2,400 metres, and this will be the first time. But looking at the performances, it's absolutely dynamic. I can't see any reason why he shouldn't be in the mix, and in actual fact he's likely to be favourite. Finch, how could you go wrong with Finch? Okay, having a look at the horse, he was first up after nearly a year. He ran 5th, beaten 4 lengths. That was at Randwick over 1,600 behind Samadoubt. Then on a slow 6 track, 1 over 2,000. That itself wasn't a great performance, and then following that at Flemington, just missed out by an Austral at 50.8. The point about this horse, he seems to be able to sit on the pace and just keep going. If we have a look even at the Geelong Cup in 2018, recorded a rating of 70.8, and then a few days later it was able to run a good 4th, beaten 3.5 lengths, and that was in the Melbourne Cup. So no doubting the horse's class, and also is one of the favourites for the Cup. If we look at Crown Prosecutor, going back, Ellerslie on the 2nd of March ran a 67.3 for us. Bear in mind that our ratings rarely go anywhere much over 80. So that's the top. We never see a 100 rating. About 80 is the best we ever get. Okay, if we have a look at the horse and we see what he does, we can see that he doesn't like the wet particularly. But he'll be able to handle it on Saturday, because I doubt whether the track will get less than a good 4, even with a few millimetres of rain falling. On the 5th of October, that was a couple of weeks ago, came from 10th at the turn to finish 3rd, and both of those performances are in Group 1, so you've got to include Crown Prosecutor, even though he's only had 2 wins from his 11 starts. Plenty of other horses we could go for. You'll notice here that we have 20-point penalties for a number of horses, and they're for various reasons. Some of those are relating to how long since they've had a last run and so on. One of those horses is Mustagier, for example. It's trained by Chris Lees. I don't think they're particularly happy with barrier 16, but all up in his career he's only had 4 wins from 19. The last of those was in August, and that was over 2,800. I don't think it's a good test for here, and none of those times have been spectacular. So we will stick with what we've got and hope we can find it in this bunch. Now let's go back and have a look at the prices. So we've got Prince of Arran, strangely enough, is 21 into 17, even though it's unlikely he's going to get a start. Number 16, The Chosen One, 13s to 14s. Murder Glass, 7s to 8s. Finch, 5 to 6. It's going to be a very open market. The interesting one is Crown Prosecutor, $67 into $34. So there's an indication for you. Now, just harking back to here, I'm just going to flick the switch and say Prince of Arran doesn't get a start. So immediately our ratings change, and The Chosen One comes into a rating of $2.90. So an outstanding favourite. However, I would prefer that number 22 were to get a start to give us an extra angle. I'm Garry Robinson. I do wish you good luck, and thanks for watching this video.